Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Drive Marketing. Today, Corey and I have the pleasure to sit with Dr. Jake Franke from Gorman, Texas. Jake, good to have you on.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for having us.
Absolutely. Hey, so things in Texas this time of year, you're wrapping up Texas majors. I know visiting with you on the phone, you were excited about going into them. I know you were excited leaving them. And I know you're always excited to sell some cattle, and that's what we're here to talk about today is the Franke Cattle Make Americans Great Again online sale hosted by SC. Tell us a little bit about how this got started and why it's such a big part of your outfit.
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up showing a lot of American calves. My dad and I did from the time I was third grade on through I graduated high school. We raised some of our own. We started, what's interesting is, and not many know now, we started with a group of commercial cows, and we'd go up to Oklahoma every year and beat the country and find Maine and Charolais bulls to bring back to those good Brangus type commercial cows. And we just basically upgraded and built a herd around those old commercial cows. And so we had 18 major show breed champions when I was showing, and loved it, and continued on from graduating high school into college and just started raising them. And now it's like another business for us, another full-time job. So my wife, Jamie, my daughter, Collins, and our son, Brand, own and operate Franke Cattle here in Gorman. And Carl Muntean and Laura, his wife, and daughter, Harper, have Muntean Cattle down at College Station. And of course, y'all know Bob Franke, my dad. He's still daily active in this, and he and I still do this together. So the way that MAGA came about was when Trump was running for president. That was his slogan, "Make America Great Again." And we thought we had a little marketing opportunity, so we took it and ran.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
Yep. So,
hey, Jake, like anybody in agriculture, we deal with adversity. You've had some unfortunate circumstances down there this week, it sounds like. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, Corey, it's I don't know how to describe it. I've told people it looks like a war zone. It looks like the stuff you'd see on a movie as you see those pictures. The fire just absolutely consumed this country that we live in right down here. It had a lot of fuel with a lot of dormant coastal. A lot of round bells coastal are produced in this area. And what you see there where it's all black and full of soot was all coastal Thursday at 5 p.m. And that's Friday morning those pictures were taken.
Wow.
It spared our barn, it spared our house, but you can tell anything in its path, it totally destroyed. If you'll look on the picture on the right, you'll see that big smoke cloud in the background. There were pop-up fires like that and big flames all day Friday and Saturday in this area. It literally looked like somebody had came in here and bombed this country. So it's we're strong. I'm humbled, and it's absolutely unbelievable what the ag industry will do for one another. The competitive spirits we all have raging high, but when a brother's in need, your friends and your competitors and even your enemies come and offer help. So we wouldn't be having this sale Sunday if it weren't for my wife. I was in Houston at the steer show. And y'all know me well enough. When the wind changes directions on a good day, I'm mad and ticked off and pretty amped up. Well, she's the exact opposite. She's calm and collected and steady, and she called and I could tell that something was wrong. And she said, "The fire's coming. What do you want me to do?" So she coordinated loading 60 head of cell calves on trailers, hauling them 30 miles away. And then she and our some awesome friends pinned all those cows that we have, locked them in our dirt lots, and just prayed and hoped that they'd survive. And they turned them out at 10:30 that night, and they all walked out of the pen. It's dangest thing you could imagine.
Golly, unbelievable.
Wow.
Well, the pictures not only from just your place, but your neighbors as well. They were all over Facebook, and and then you said when something happens in ag, your friends are there for you, which leads me to the next thing. These sale cattle are still for sale. It doesn't change the fact that you had an online sale scheduled, and you moved these cattle, I believe, to College Station. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's right. Friday, my dad and Carl drove up here and took all the American cell calves back with them. And we called an audible and moved the sale to College Station there to Carl's place. And we didn't have a choice. I mean, we're charred here, and we didn't have power or water until late Sunday, early Monday. And those guys, they're unbelievable at working to get that back for us. But we decided we'd move it down to College Station. We apologize the inconvenience it creates for our West Texas buddies on making a longer drive out of it. And I'll tell you though that the cattle have had a week and a few days to get settled in by the time the sale hits, and the cattle are doing really well. They're healthy. They're filled up again. They look the part. We're going to continue on and not push it back and have our sale on Sunday, the 27th. And I'll tell you this as well. I mean, if you can't make it, all you got to do is call. And y'all know Bob and myself well enough, and Carl well enough that we'll give you a blunt, straight up opinion of them. Not every one of them is going to go win a major breed. There's several of them that can compete to win a banner. There's several of them that can compete to win a class, and there's some cattle that are going to be just solid sale makers. We'll tell you exactly what tier you're dealing with, and we'll guide you the best way we know to. So we just, I can't tell you enough about the teamwork that has allowed this to continue to happen. It takes an army and it takes a team, and that's how we operate here.
Yeah. Hey, in terms of those purple banners, Jake, you had a pretty good run at that Houston Livestock Show here last week. Had the champion Cimbra steer down there, didn't you?
Yes, sir, we did. He's an unbelievable creature. He's sired by our bull Cathouse Cowboy, and out of a new kind of young donor. Interesting story, guys. First time I've shared this again in the public, but my wife bought 2 embryos for my birthday a few years back. We put those eggs in. She bought them from Carter Earhart. We put them in, and the result is this steer's mother. And we took her and flushed her and had, that was a hell of a birthday present. That's better than boots or a hat or anything like that.
I'd say so.
Yeah. I'd say she needs to just be the manager and let me just work here. Sounds of it. So
I think you better quit bragging on her. Someone's going to wonder what lot she is.
Yeah, but that steer looked, I mean, he hit the ring and he had a unique presence for an eared slick steer. He was really, really good. I don't believe that steer ever got beat. He won the Show Steer Junior National Cimbra division. He won several jackpot Cimbra deals down south, and then where it counts the most at the majors, he got it done as well. So that's a cat house on a GFK Earhart 721.
I'll be a cat house right there. Oh, all right. What about you had two other champion pictures that you threw in here by another bull that we're going to talk about later, the Emerson, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this was Emerson's first crop, and we didn't know. We knew he looks the part on hoof. He's got the genetics behind him. You just never know when you get the first crop out there what they're going to look like and how they're going to feed. This family here bought both of these Emersons last year in two different sales. The Pena family and that brindle steer you see on the right turned a year old February 14th. And he showed the next week at San Antonio and won the middleweight ABCs at 12 months and a week. And he weighed 1319 or 1324. And he made a really, really good calf. The one I liked the best, and everybody else liked the best as a baby, was that yellow calf, that Emerson out of a little Sure Shot, and he was the lightest steer in the second class of ABCs at Houston, and he was fourth. And other than giving up that much weight, that steer is built really good in terms of his body and his look and his stout features. So the Emerson cattle are working good. We've got a pair of them this time that get us fired up, along with several of those cat houses and Patriots. So the Emerson cattle feed good, they look good, and they perform very, very high.
Gotcha. See. Hey, so you visited a little bit ago about Cat House Cowboy and what he recently did for you at Houston. The Lot C and the Lot 8 are two steers that you've been awfully high on here. Both half sibs out of Cat House Cowboy's mother.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Great.
Lot C here that you see on the screen, that's an In God We Trust out of Cat House's mother. He's still got his testicles in him. We're selling him as a bull or steer option, and we see his value lies in the fact that he classes American, but he's got an exotic build to him, and he's got unbelievable amount of hair. So we see Fort Worth on his mind for if a guy wants to take him and make a steer out of him. Obviously, the genetics behind him on both sides, the color, the character, the hair quality and feature would create for a unique breeding bull as well. So I think this animal is one of the most intriguing ones we've raised to date. And with all due respect to the ones we've raised in the past, this one, I'll just say this: if that little 7-year-old that just got in from school could show, you'd have to spend a lot of time here and know that you took him home with you for us to turn loose of him. He's a good one, and he's got a lot of things that we need back in the American deal.
Gotcha.
Lot 8 would be a Red Rocky out of Cat House's mother. He came from a calf raiser, embryo calf raiser program, and he was a little skinny. But somebody always asks, hey, what's the best slicking one that may not be the bloomiest today? And I would say with confidence that he's right up there. If not the one, he's in the top 2 or 3. Makes a slicking Gert, makes a slicking ABC. Endpoint would be San Antonio or Houston, depending on how aggressive you want to feed him.
Gotcha. Yeah. One thing that's consistent here, Corey, is it looks like Jake has hired me to come down there and clip these things. And from someone who's not in the mix, Jake, take just a second and explain the hairdos behind some of these things. I like it. It's just unique.
Yeah, it's an interesting deal. So we term that, the business terms it quartering. We're going to quarter these Americans. And I wish I had $1 for every time I got asked that from a friend north of Texas. Why in the heck do we do that? Well, most of the time, these Americans, you can't tell the character on them if they've got a lot of belly hair. You can't see how big and loose the sheath is. You can't see it. Most of the time, the longest hair on them is on the top of their neck, so they all look like a buffalo. So what we do is we quarter them. We expose the true American character to ensure these families, hey, they've got the character to classify American. And then just as important, it takes a breed of livestock that's marginal for hair, typically, and it allows us to see what the pieces are going to look like. I personally like it because, hey, we show you exactly what they are when you're going to slick them here in about 12 months, and so you'll know what they'll look like as fat steers in terms of look and body and muscle shape. So it helps us with showing off their American characteristics, and it helps get rid of some of that nappy hair and kind of promote what we've got for the future.
Gotcha.
And I can't clip to save my life, so it's a way that I can at least help out here on clipping day.
I was going to say them lines were way too straight for Brett to do it.
Yeah, we've got talented guys that help us, so it's
Yeah.
all them, I can assure you.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to dive in here now and talk about 1, 5, and 34. They're the ones that are out of the Cowhouse Bull himself, right?
That's right. Yeah. 1, 5, and 34 are all sired by Cathouse, out of 3 different cows. And that shows you the impact that he can have on producing cattle that can be champions and regardless of kind of the cow. So 1, boy, he hits me really hard. He is up-headed, big ribs, stout, sound, and I mean his color is as cool as it is, in my opinion. You can show him Cimbral, you could show him Gert, you could show him ABC. He's blessed with a good hair coat, and you could take him to Fort Worth if you wanted to. He's out of an American Idol cow we call Donor 70, and she's got this one's her natural calf and a slew of Patriots in this sale that are very, very good. So that's lot 1 out of a straight exotic cow. And I think as a side note, guys, we always have folks looking to buy bull prospects in this sale. Here's what Cathouse can do on straight exotic cows. He makes them look exotic with the sheath, with the good ear, and they're going to class. So dig in deep if you want the bull prospect here. Get you a full brother to Cathouse or get you a Cathouse son. It'll work really well. Lot 5. Well, I wish they all took a picture like this. I mean, it is wild. He came in the picture pen that day. My little girl was riding her horse, and I mean, heads up, neck straight up out of his shoulder, and it was impressive. His mother goes back to Charles Schrader breeding on the bottom side or on the top side, and this calf is a dual purpose one as well. He's good haired. He's awesome, slick and built. And I love the color, the orange and white. But that lot 5 is a very, very unique creature, in my opinion. And so his mother's got a little American character. So we'll knife cut him shortly after the sale, unless somebody wants to buy him as a bull. And I'd say he could rock and roll as a Cimbral all year long.
Gotcha. Earlier, we talked about the Emerson bull, and you sent lot 7 picture in here that is a calf sired by Emerson.
Yes, sir. Yep. Lot 7's mother raised our best heifer last year that was an Emerson. So we tried it again. This calf is going to make a really good Houston-sized American. He's puppy dog gentle. He lets you go up in the pasture and rub all over him and scratch him. He is stout for his age. He doesn't have that good of hair, being honest with you. Hair's just okay. He needs to be a slicking one all of his life, and he'll make a really cool Cimbral, Gert, ABC, but big featured for a small calf, big footed, big forearmed, rugged, and really good shaped.
Gotcha. So the lot 5 or the lot 9 is a Patriot sired calf, something that's new that we haven't talked about. A Brangus, that's a purebred Brangus bull, isn't it?
Yep, purebred Brangus bull that we bought many years ago from Dugays. And so lot 9 would be a Patriot out of that donor 70. I'm going to tell you, this one's really cool for a slicking Brangus. Again, our goal is to make them look exactly like an exotic with regard to their neck set, their rump structure, their top line, their bone, their hip, with a sheath and a big set of ears. And this calf fits the bill 100%. He classes, he's cool, he's sound, he's athletic, and he's got the right type of lines to make a fat steer that's hard to duplicate. So if you're looking for a Brangus, we only have a few. We try like heck to have a lot of color and wild feature to them, but we do have a few black, smooth pole ones that are really nice. And lot 9 would be at the top of that list.
Gotcha.
Boy, he is a sharp one, fronted one for a Brangus.
Yeah, he is nice fronted. Yep.
Corey, you're the resident pole man here at the drive, and we've got some big news here coming up. It's the first ever reveal of one of the hottest American bulls in the business, Cat Cowboy.
So, Corey, this was taken yesterday at the feed yard where we keep old Cat House, and man, it's impressive. I'm not one to brag or boast, but wow. I mean, this thing is a brute, and he is big-footed, big hip, square, rugged, massive. He holds himself with a presence that's very, very unique, and he passes that along, as y'all can tell, to that set of calves in this sale. I mean, you see where they get the neck set, where they get their body shape and their rump shape and their bone and featured to them. And he is, like my buddy up in the Panhandle says, boy, he is a wangle dangle. I mean, he's big sheath and he will. That's why he works so well on straight exotic cows and keeps them exotic, built in their upper skeleton too. So, yeah, a lot of people have asked, hey, what's that Cat House bull? I've looked online, I can't find him, and they're not going to. We just kind of do it the old country way here and take a video in the feed yard and get it to you guys, and we'll promote it that way. So we've sold semen on this creature one time, sold 3 straws. It brought 810 a straw, and my dad will not sell any more semen. I own half the bull, he owns half, and he pulls rank, and so I guess I should say he owns 51% because he won't let me sell a drop of semen. That's how the cookie crumbles here, and he is. But if you want to buy one of those full brothers, if you want to buy a son, we'll gladly promote them, and we'll sell some semen on those cattle. Just not any here on the old original herd bull.
Right.
Absolutely. Boy, the muscle density and the big pipes on that bull it's outstanding.
It's unique. Yeah, it is. And I love his color. Yeah. I love the color. Yeah.
For sure.
Good deal. So, Franke Cattle, Make Americans Great Again sale, hosted by SC Online Sales. Jake, 3/23 today. The sale's in 4 days, right?
On the 27th. Yes, sir. Sunday night. Yeah, 27th. Yep. Right. And we'll have them all down there at College Station. We'll get them all gussied up Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Have them there for your viewing pleasure. And we'll look forward to showing them to you.
Perfect. Any questions on the sale? Get a hold of yourself, your dad, Bob, Carl.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Call myself, my dad, or Carl, and we can tell you about the cattle. We can tell you what kind of size they'll be at the end, and we'll look forward to it. We've worked all year to get them here and to present them, and it's been a roller coaster of the last 5 or 6 days. But hey, we're geared up now, and we're ready to go.
Gotcha. What about trucking for these guys? You know, I know you've got West Texas customers. What are you doing there?
We'll get them back up here to Gorman. For those that go north and west, we'll get them back here to my place and make it a little more centrally located for those guys to pick them up. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's been other questions. Hey, guys, they'll ask, hey, some of these young ones, do we have to take them now? And absolutely not. They need to stay on the cow. They'll have free choice crete. We'll manage them just like we would before the sale. We just ask that you might take a little insurance out. With the way the past week's been, no telling what kind of luck we're going to have. So I would say we'll tend to them and we'll treat them right, and we'll make sure that they continue to perform.
Right. All right.
Absolutely.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's been our pleasure at Drive to have you on to get to feature these good American cattle of yours, and we want to take this time to say thanks for choosing to use Drive Marketing.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for navigating me through the technical aspect of it for an old 39-year-old dinosaur. So it's good. Yeah, I'm excited. I appreciate that opportunity. And I appreciate all the interest that's been in the sale so far. It's humbling.
Right. Well, be careful. And Corey, I think we can officially say this is the hottest set of Americans that we've ever had on here.
For sure, man.
Exactly.
That's good. Guys,
well,
thank you.
Doc, yes, sir. Doc, good talking to you.